What's going on, Mountie Maniacs? You know who it is, Ed the Mountie Mount. Thanks for tuning in. So, we are fresh off of WWE 2017 Battleground, and it was a pretty good show, I have to say. I sucked the bag in the predictions. I got way too cocky, I guess. I only got 2 of them right, I think, or maybe 3. Not sure, but a lot of different matches surprised me tonight, which is good, which is really, really good. You want to have pay-per-views that actually make you want to tune in, that you don't know what's going to happen in the whole thing, right? Great Balls of Fire was extremely predictable, unbelievably, like, you could have saw that a mile away, in my opinion, right? What's going on, Too Sweet Me Bro? Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Always appreciated. Yeah, and in this pay-per-view, I don't know what it is. Like, SmackDown is just killing it, man. Like, they're not as predictable as they once were, I guess. Like, Raw has just been incredibly predictable, I find. Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding. I know. I can't believe he came back too. I didn't see that coming at all. I saw a YouTuber or a comment or something on Facebook that said, like a comment on Facebook, right? And it said basically that this guy said, "Oh, Callie's gonna come back," and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sure he is. Like, I didn't hear nothing of that. And yeah, sure enough, boom, he shows up, and it was really shocking. And I was like, man, all I heard was Jinder's music, and I was trying to remember what the hell Great Khali's theme music was. Like, I don't think it was obviously the same one, but I could be wrong on that. Like, I know it was like sort of like a Indian sort of rap song, but anyways, you guys tell me if you remember it, because I remember he had 2 different types of music. He had one that was like more slowed down. I think it was more of an instrumental. There was no lyrics. And then when he was like Punjabi Playboy, he had a theme that actually had some lyrics, but I don't think it was the exact same thing. Anyway, but yeah, SmackDown has been killing it. Like, I remember a couple of months ago when they had Backlash, I did really well in that prediction video. But this one was out of, like, I don't know, man. Like, New Day winning the title, why are they doing that? Like, is it just me? I wasn't really thrilled about that. I feel like, exactly. Clarence, what's going on? Thanks for telling me your name. Your username is My Name is Clarence. So, thanks for clearing that one up, Clarence. I don't know why they did that, man. Like, I thought the Usos were doing pretty good. And, yeah, no, that's it. You're right, man. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. And you know what, man? I was just watching that thing, and I was like, man, I was a little bit pissed, because I feel like the Usos did a really good job as being champion, and I would have loved to see them go into SummerSlam as champions, and now what's gonna happen? I don't know. Hey, Broken Empire, what's happening, man? Thanks for tuning in, brother. What's going on? You enjoy the show? Yeah, it was a good one, man. Otherwise that Corbin would cash in while they were in a match, and out of the prison he won and be champion instantly. Yeah, you heard that? I didn't think Corbin was gonna cash in at all, man. Like, I just didn't think it was the right time for him to do it, especially with the Punjabi prison effect. Like, what was he gonna do? Like, as soon as he escapes, you're gonna have to come out from behind, throw him in the ring. I guess there could have been a good surprise shock factor behind that, but ideally, I didn't really quite see it coming. I would be interested to see if it was gonna happen at SummerSlam, though. In fact, I would not be surprised if Carmella was gonna cash in at SummerSlam, because you have Natty and Naomi, and there's a little bit of a, animosity there, and people are going to wonder if Natty gets her shot. It'd be interesting to see if Natty would win, and then Carmella would cash it in. I'd feel so bad for her, man. Yeah, the flag match, bro. Look, I know, Vanish, man. I'm telling you, that one, like I don't want to say too much about it because it's it's Cena, and, and it's Cena. He comes back, and I know Rusev was in some hot water before he left, because he cut his hair, and WWE had a problem with that because it's like you can't change your character, if you will. It's like me if I was a wrestler and all of a sudden one day I just shaved my beard or something like that, or shaved my head without giving them consent. If let's say if my hair was a trademark, and I guess they didn't like that. Tell me about it, man. Breezango is like that tag team is like the most exciting part about SmackDown. Dare I say it's unbelievable. But yeah, and Rusev, I guess maybe I know he didn't get suspended. He had the injury, right? I think that's why he was out. So I guess they just wanted to, in a way, maybe punish him or something, or maybe they didn't want to rock the boat with the U.S. flag and have an American win it. I thought it would have been good TV though. All things aside, I thought it would have been something that would have been really shocking for the universe, that sort of thing. But they didn't go that way, so it is what it is. Corbin and Nakamura, it was kind of slow. I agree. It was. It probably could have been a little bit better. But here's the thing, though. Like, Nakamura is always going to be as good as who he's in the ring with, in my opinion, And, yeah, no, Tommaso, yeah, buddy, yeah. I know what you're saying, man. Like, that's what I thought originally, too. And things went fucking south in a hurry, it seems. I really think it had to do with, with the hair and how he cut it. But, what was I talking about before? Anyways, pardon me? Yeah, thank you. Nakamura, yeah. So he's always going to be as good as whoever's in the ring with him. And if anything, this benefited Corbin, if you ask me, because that's just going to elevate him a little bit higher and higher. And I bet you anything that when he has a documentary on him, he's going to mention that match, and he's going to be like, "Wow, that was really important for me," and that was a big stepping stone in my career to be in the ring with somebody of the talents of Shinsuke. And going forward, that's probably going to boost him even to that next level, because he's got to get in the ring with guys like that to teach him subtly as he's going. When is he going to cash in? I don't know. I haven't put too much thought into it yet. I had a good feeling about Carmella doing it at SummerSlam. I don't think Corbin is going to do it for a little bit, which I'm okay with. We want to keep, in my opinion, we want the Money in the Bank holder to have the briefcase as long as possible. I miss the time where RVD actually set up a match, and it gave his opponent, the champion, time to prepare and whatever. But he set the ground rules. He was like, no, you're gonna come in my backyard. And at the time, they had the ballroom arena in New York, I think. And he had him come to the ECW arena, and I thought that was fucking sick, man. To this day, I loved that pay-per-view. I thought it was a great idea, and I think that they should do something like that with Corbin. Where he should maybe set up a match. They're not going to do it, but this is just my creative mind working right now. They should set up some sort of match, I don't know, maybe in some motorcycle alley or a parking lot or something, so it's something that is true to him. And it would be different, instead of just having the guy cash in whenever he wants when the opponent's down. If you really want to book Corbin strong and take him as a serious champion, you should have him do something like that where he sets the standards, and it doesn't have to be a gimmick match like that, but at least you can maybe have some sort of stipulation where it's a badass sort of title match. That's just maybe one way that I would go with it. So to answer your question, I don't really know when he's going to cash in, but if he does do it the most recent way that they've been doing it, where it's just right after a match and that's that, I don't know. Do it at a big four. If you can, try to hold on to it until like Royal Rumble. I think that would be a really good swerve wherever they are at that point. Whoever has it, who knows who's going to be the one to dethrone Jinder? It might be Baron. It might be Cena. Like, we don't really know. But what else? The AJ Styles Kevin Owens match. That one was like another one where I didn't see that coming at all. Like, why did they take the title off of Kevin Owens at the live event and then just put it right back on him at a pay-per-view? Like, I heard that he was injured originally, and I guess that's not the case anymore. I don't know. I didn't hear much about it, or did they do it just to have him, have a title change at a live event to make people, go to these live events, right? Yeah, no kidding. We don't need Cena as champ again. Yeah, tell me about it. Because not only that, he's gonna break Ric Flair's record, and some people have a problem with that. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't. I guess it's, if anybody's deserving of it and put in a lot of work, and he's a lot of years in the business, and he's probably gained a lot of capital, a lot of money for the company, and they're like, well, we're going to reward you with this great honor. It's not everybody's going to think of it the same way, though. Yeah. So I need more story. Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's just funny because that whole angle of, like, it was so confusing. Like, I didn't see that one coming tonight. So, I really sucked on the pay-per-view on the predictions, but that's good. I like that. I like to tune in and be surprised. So I was surprised on several accounts tonight. I wish I would have saw Breezango wrestle finally, but not finally, but I wish we would get them more. I wish they would get more pay-per-view airtime. Except, and the vignettes and the backstage segments are so good, and I love them. But follow that up with a match or something. I'm not going to be complaining. I'm sure you guys won't. In fact, that's really who I wanted to be the tag team champions instead of New Day. But instead, they're going to go the tried and tested way, and I guess they want to build some more momentum for Breezango before doing it. Who do I think attacked Breezango? And I'll get to the Bennett debut in a second. I don't know, man. I was thinking about that, and briefly, because then the next pay-per-view, the next match came on to pay-per-view. I mean, and I haven't really thought about it until now. The only thing that comes to mind is maybe Sanity from NXT. I'm gonna go with them. I feel like they're gonna get called up soon, and they're a little bit crazy. So for them to do something like that wouldn't surprise me. So on the record, I'm gonna go with NXT's Sanity when they're gonna get called up. This is gonna be their call up, and I think that would be a really good way to bring them in. What do you think? What do you think, man? Let me know. And Talking Smack is done. I didn't watch it. Instead, I'm watching myself on a live recording. That's funny. Okay, Mike Bennett's. Bennett is worse than Eva Marie. Okay, yeah. Well, brother, Eva Marie is brutal. Mike Bennett's debut was good. I don't understand the logic in having him take a clean pin, though. I'm not an expert, but normally, a pay-per-view debut for a guy of his caliber coming from TNA, I think, right? Was it, or Impact Wrestling? Was it them or Ring of Honor? I don't remember right now, but I didn't really quite see why he would lose that match to Sami Zayn, as much as I like Sami Zayn. And it's a tricky one, man. Like, you don't want to, exactly, TNA, thank you. You don't want to have Sami Zayn be like that company jobber for like the people that are coming in, because he's still relatively new himself. It's only been a few years for Sami Zayn, and he hasn't really knocked that door open. giving chances. So we don't want him to be, but at the same time, it's like maybe you could have had Sami Zayn take up that victory, like I said in my prediction video, perhaps with like a disqualification or something to that degree. At least it would have made Mike Bennett look like a solid heel, and also have Sami Zayn get a victory, right? I thought that would have been win-win. But instead, they decided to go that way, and I'm a little bit puzzled right now, as I feel like it really cools down a lot of that guy's momentum, regardless of, Maria was, involved and it didn't really quite pan out that way. I don't know, man. That seemed like some sort of finish that you would normally see if like Bennett and Maria were gonna like go their separate ways and split up, and there'd be animosity between the two. So I don't know why they just threw it together right then and there. To me, it was mind-boggling. I guess I'll see how it goes and stuff. But and what else was there, man? What else? That I want to talk about really quick? Yeah, I don't understand why they're using him as a jobber either. But he's a really good talent, and he could be a solid like IC champion. How do I look at the comments here? I want to show it. Yeah. How do I, I just missed a comment. I forget. I don't know who it was that just wrote it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get everything here. Yeah. Lana being shit again. No kidding. That women's match was surprising. I didn't think they were going to go with Natalya. It's funny, I said that put Natalya as the Money in the Bank contract holder to give her that, that staple in her career. They didn't listen to me. Not, why would they listen to me anyway? But you know what I mean. And then next thing you know, she wins the #1 contendership. So I was like, okay. So they're still trying to do something with her. Like, do any of you guys actually think she's gonna win? I don't think so. Probably not. So April last year. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh man, I don't. Budget cuts, bro. I mean, dude, they got rid of Pyro. There's something else they got rid of too. What is it? Talking Smack. So, I don't know. I don't understand. I'm always worried that they're gonna jack the price of the network because maybe they're not making as much money as they think they are or something like that. Next thing you know, it's all of a sudden the network's $50 a month or something like that. I'd probably still pay for it. But that being said, we'll see what happens. But overall, very good pay-per-view. It was a lot of surprising elements. There was some head scratchers. I'm not gonna lie. There was a good 2-3 finishes that I didn't really see the appeal behind it. I didn't understand the logic. I'm open to see where it's gonna go. I know it's not always a one and done thing with wrestling and sports entertainment, especially with WWE. They want you to keep tuning in. So I get why they do some stuff to kind of piss you off, and I'm one of those guys that no matter how much they piss me off, I always come right back. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. It'd have to be something really, really bad for me to ever quit watching WWE, The tag team match was spectacular. Arguably, match of the night. Although I really did enjoy AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. I really feel like they put on a clinic in there. Yeah, Zayn should turn heel. You know who else should turn heel? Becky Lynch. That's another one that just this is just not working. Their characters are getting a little stale. But Sami Zayn being that underdog character, they're trying to make him like mid-Carter Daniel Bryan style. It looks like. What's going on, Norma? How you doing? And since they're doing it that way, I guess they want to make sure that Sami Zayn is just gonna always stick there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing to me too why they have budget cuts and things of that nature. It's almost worrisome. Did you stretch yourself out too far in too many different aspects of the business that you think that something's gonna happen? Do you think Hype Bros turning heels, attacking Breezango? Well, no, I mean, yeah, it's an amazing angle. I love it, especially since they haven't done Dick with what's his face, Mojo, right? And Zack Ryder is always gonna be Zack Ryder. In fact, I always thought that maybe Zack Ryder coming back from injury would have been a good idea to make him turn heel on Mojo. You know, to make Mojo a little bit more popular, maybe with the fans and stuff like that. And I did, you know, I don't think they're gonna go that way. But I like where you're going with that. That's a really good possibility, and I'd love to see that. So good job. That's a good one. I'm still gonna stick with Sanity. We'll see if I'm right. If we judge by tonight with my pay-per-view predictions, I'm going to be really wrong. So I had it up too late, man. I really wanted to get something behind with you guys where, like, you know, basically, like, I hold the title right now because I have the best predictions, and whoever beats me into predictions then, you know, would be the champion until the next pay-per-view. I think that's a cool little idea. And, you know, but unfortunately, I uploaded it at like 8 on the nose, so I didn't expect anybody to like comment like what their predictions were because fucking pay-per-view was already going on. But I did get the 8 in English one right, which I was happy about because the guy needed a victory, you know? Yeah. Oh, are you? Good stuff, man. We'll see you on the next one, buddy. We'll see you on the next one. Tune in for it. I love doing the prediction videos. It's one of my favorite videos to do for you guys, to be honest. I put a lot of effort and time editing that son of a bitch and trying to make it like as entertaining and funny as possible. Like those are the ones that I really enjoy. You Broken Empire. No, you're pretty good at it, man. You're pretty good. Your brother, on the other hand, no, just kidding. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But you know, I'm gonna wrap up this video for now. Got 6 guys. Can I see who's in on it? Like, man, how do I use this damn thing? Fatal 4-Way, Brock, yeah. Reigns, Roman. Well, I mean, I don't know what's going on with, real quick there. I'll touch on that topic. I don't know what's going on with Brock Lesnar. I'm hearing rumors that he might go back to UFC. Like, I don't know. Like, if that happens and they just give the title back to Roman, that's horrible decisions, man. Like just super predictable. They gotta roll with somebody like Strowman, man, or Joe. You know, those 2 guys would be fantastic as like to hold the company for a little bit. I really do believe that, especially if you do it in a really cool way. You know, or maybe they just have the strap on Lesnar. Like I thought he was gonna sign a deal again for another year or 2 years. Like, and all of a sudden, like he has this meeting, I guess, with Dana White or whatever, or was it Dana White or whoever it was? But I don't know. So that's it. That's it for now. I mean, Monday Night Raw is gonna be the only downside about having the SmackDown pay-per-view Sunday. It's like you have a day to sort of cool off in between. Where I feel that Raw has that advantage. You know, it's like the pay-per-view is boom Sunday night, and then Monday night is, you know, Raw right away. So you just go. And SmackDown, you have that day in between. Raw's a little bit of a distraction. So that's the only disadvantage that SmackDown has over Raw. But Raw, I mean, but still, like they're doing such a good job that it makes me want to tune in every Tuesday. So overall, I don't know, man. 8 on 10, I guess tonight. Is that generous? Actually, I didn't like some of the finishes. I'm going to go with a 7, but that's more of a biased opinion. But as far as surprise factor and, you know, not being predictable, 9 on 10. So, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If any of you guys are new, hit that subscribe button if you'd really help me out. Like I said in my prediction video, if my last video, not the Kali one that I just uploaded, but the one before, if that gets to 50 likes, I'm going to be doing another t-shirt giveaway. And for new subscribers that don't know how it works, basically is I send you to a site if you win the draw. You know, first of all, I do a video that does, ain't new, you remember? Yeah, I remember you, brother. I know. But I think there's a couple of names that I have never seen before. So basically how it works is I do a draw video where everybody, you know, that participates in the raffle, I call it. I put your name down and I do a draw. I mix it all up and I pick a winner. And now the winner actually, and I call for the stipulation of how you enter it. It's clear as day of how to enter, and I usually give about like 2 weeks to enter or whatever. And then basically the winner of that, I send them to a wrestling site, a t-shirt site, not necessarily WWE, although I might branch out and do that eventually. But this wrestling site not just has WWE stuff, it has like TNA, I think, a lot of Ring of Honor stuff, things like that, and I think some New Japan. So it's a lot of different federations, and they also have some of the older superstars, the shit that you can't get on WWE shop anymore, you know, CM Punk, things like that. So anyways, and if you win the draw, you get to pick any t-shirt that you want, okay? And then afterwards, I ship it to you. So I pay for it and I ship it to your address. So we communicate, you give me your address, and then I pay for everything. I pay for the shipping, and I don't care where you live. You can live in India, you can live anywhere, you know, and I'll pay for the shipping, and I pay for your t-shirt. And that's just my way of thanking you guys for tuning in each week that I do videos. So my last video with the predictions for Battleground, all I need is for it to get to 50 likes, and I'll do a giveaway video at 300 subscribers, where at this point, hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be there, because on Monday I gained like 50 subscribers. It was unbelievable. And you never know, maybe by tomorrow I'll be there, and maybe I'll just do it anyway. I don't know, but I you know, I like to get the reactions. I like to get the following. It's fun. I love to. Thanks, man, Danny. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, bud. And I like to be interactive with my subscribers. I see a lot of fucking YouTubers out there that, you know, as soon as they get to a certain limit, they stop. And that's not what this channel is about. That pisses me off to no end, that fucking other YouTubers, they think they're too good for it or whatever. Like, take the time and just respond to your comments. Like, it just drives me nuts sometimes. Like, I respond to every single comment on my videos. And it doesn't matter what it is, positive or negative, you name it, I always respond. That's the friggin' mantra that I want to have in this channel. I want to do something different. You know, I want to make it funny, entertaining, the whole deal, and, you know, also informative. You know, like, I want to, you know, have fun with you guys, and let's chat about it. You know, I also am getting featured on a podcast on August 17th. I'll tell you guys about that in the next video. But, you know, so things are taking off right now. It's a lot of fun. And just thanks for your support, guys, and tuning in and chatting with me. And I really appreciate it. So we'll chat with you this week. I'll do another video this upcoming week on the announcement for the podcast. I'll give you guys some details on what it is. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Fuck you. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. I'm the Mountie, and I always get my views. Rip them.